was supposed to play, it doesn't seem to be showing up. We had some scheduling issues to begin with. So let's see what's going on. I'll just go and look to see if the stream is live or not. I'm not sure how these things sometimes go. Yeah, saying it's live, but okay, there's a broken one as well. So yeah, okay, things didn't go as they should. Oh well. I'm gonna have to delete one video and add another video, and it really doesn't matter. So I hope everybody had an okay week. I had my 2 videos I had this evening. I just had to go and chat with someone else. Let's see here if YouTube is behaving. X seems to be behaving. Twix seems to be behaving. Twitch, I mean. Okay, looks like YouTube's behaving, but is not linking properly to the video. So that's going to be a bit weird. I'm going to have another thing open here, I think. Like I said, I don't know if anybody's going to show up. We were going to play a mission tonight, but I think I'm going to chat a little bit, talk about the April Fool's book that they released, and do a quick Megamek mission that I wouldn't need to do anyways, because I want to test the Crab 27L versus the Star Slayer 2C, because this Star Slayer 2C was supposed to replace the Crab 27 in the Star League's armies. The battle value is higher on the Star Slayer, but I'm not sure it's that much of a better mech. We'll have to play it out to see how it goes. Let me see here. Things are messy a bit, but we'll see here. I'm gonna just throw a random invite here to everyone on my server, I think. If anybody wants to join the party and just chat, I'm just gonna do that here. If anybody is available and wants to come in from the channel. We're just gonna see that, and I can have 10 slots. If it fills out, it fills out. Upcoming news and announcements. Well, I've got my videos ready. I'm gonna have the good old Thimberwolf, and I'm gonna have the Chameleon next week. So that's something. And otherwise, I also have a few other mechs already written up. I've got the Firefly, the Woodsman, the Dire Wolf. So I've got a few of those Clan Wolf, Smoke, Jaguar mechs. It's a little bit weird with the Dire Wolf. For later, I'm basically going to go through the entire Mercenaries box because it's brand new and some people probably want to hear some talk about it. Yeah, it don't seem like anybody else is here to fight, but I'm going to have a match that I was going to do anyways for testing purposes. So 3 crabs versus 3 Star Slayers. That'll be a little bit of fun. I might do other things. And like I said, I'm going to discuss real quick the fantastic, somewhat, book that they released for April Fool, which is a very weird book. Not because it's really that weird. It's pretty straightforward. It's a TRO from the Republic Sphere. Experimental mechs, so it's fairly straightforward. It's a basic enough book. What I find weird about it is this is the kind of book people would actually want to buy and people would actually want to get. So that's why CGL is releasing it as an April's Fool, because they seem to not realize that people would actually want those books, and they decide to release official things like Battletech Gothic and so on and so forth. It is quite silly. As for the content of this book, it actually is not silly. It's a set of mechs using experimental techs, and they're all pretty reasonable to actually quite good. First off, we got the weird tripods from War of the World. Those are really cool. Tripods are okay designs. They're a little bit weird to play on the table, but they work. I've got no real problem with it. And compared to the Super Heavy, the Ares, and the Poseidon, those have quite a bit of utility and would be able to be deployed fairly easily. Scout Tripod here, fairly straightforward. 711 light mech, so decently fast. Okay amount of heat sinks, especially for what it has, which is an ERPPC with a PPC capacitor. It's a clan ERPPC, so with the capacitor, you deal 20 damage. So that's a piloting skill roll every time it hits, and it shoots every second turn. You're not going to run aught. With that, you've got Guardian ECM to break up various C3 networks or whatever you want to break up. So it's a decent little gadget, basically. And the armor's ferrolamellar, so you do take less damage from its. It's a cool design to put it in ferrolamellar, but with a Guardian ECM already on it, almost have put in stealth armor instead. Me, as soon as I see a mech, the first thing I do is I sit down and I'm like, okay, how could I improve this? And not even, like, okay, replace everything with clan gear. Just try to think, like, how could I arrange this a little bit in order to make it maybe a little bit cooler, a little bit more different? With stealth armor, this thing would be a fast sniper dealing tons of damage, but it would run aught because an ERPPC capacitor, that's 20 EAT. You generate 10 EAT for the stealth armor plus 2 EAT for moving. You would end up cooking yourself. Would it be bad? No, it would be a very decent mech nonetheless. I'd have to test it out. It'll probably, those experimental mechs will probably be included in a future version of Megamek because Megamek generally puts out those things. Like I said, our good friends at CGL, this is the kind of book that you should be releasing, not stupid things like alternate universes and all that stuff. You guys are the main guys. You guys do the main timelines. We'll do the alternate timelines and the weird stories. Never mind. So this is a pretty cool little design. Icarus 2 experimental with a repeating TSEMP weapon. So it's good to run around and try to shut down people. Not terrible with a targeting computer, medium pulse lasers. I'd probably go with X pulses here, but who am I to talk here? A small laser, nothing too special. It's still an Icarus 585, 20 double heat sinks, okay amount of armor for a 40-ton mech. Fairly decent little skirmisher, and I'm pretty sure it would work fairly well. I'm not a huge fan of the TSCMP weapons. And since it's a risk weapon, well, it has a tendency to blow up. But, it depends on who you're playing and if you're still considering that experimental, etc. I don't think this one would be a big problem, and I think this one would be a fun mech to play as well. The fancy Legionnaire with a Risk Hyper Laser and a targeting computer. The Risk Hyper Laser is basically an AC-20 that can shoot at ranges of ER large lasers. So, it's entirely fun, generates way too much heat, and has a tendency to blow up. Take that out of the equation and consider that as a targeting computer. You're going to be able to bring a Legionnaire wherever because it's fast as fuck, as any good Legionnaire is, and then shoot your hyper laser and blow something up. Will it run aught? Yeah, more than likely. If you jump and shoot that hyper laser, you're probably going to die. But it's going to kill things really quickly. Full actuators as well, so if it falls, it can get back up. Improved targeting medium, so if you get to a decent range with that hyper laser, you can actually hit at very decent capability. And I think this one here is a contender for actually really badass mech. And I will say hello to Mobius. Have a good evening. Welcome in. Let's see here. The Wendigo XR. Wendigo is an odd mech, and I've heard some people get mad because it's cultural appropriation. No, Wendigo's a name, and we're allowed to use it. And, this is a scary, nasty little thing. Reflective armor, decent amount of it. it will be good until someone gets in close range and starts punching and kicking you or hitting you with a hatchet. It cools itself really quickly with emergency cooling and super cool Myomer. Super cool Myomer is a little bit weird. It basically makes it that running doesn't generate heat. It's an odd addition, but it kind of works. For equipment, you get it's an only mech. They only give us a primary configuration because probably none other were really used. 2 ER medium lasers with risk pulse laser modules, basically turning a regular laser into a pulse laser, which is an odd technology once again, but it's pretty funny. A Protomech AC2, an LRM-10, and a camera for some reason. I mean, it's fun. That's the reason why. Streak SRM-6, decent enough, but it seems to be a clan Streak SRM-6 because it weighs 3 tons. So that would be a clan weapon, and it's not marked as a clan weapon. I mean, they probably didn't proofread the whole thing as well as they should. It doesn't really matter to me. I mean, at least we can have an idea of what's going on. The bigger battle tripod at 60 tons, 2 clan SRM-6, a Sniper laser, and a Guardian ECM. Once again, using ferrolamellar. So this one's fairly tough here. They have arms that have really not much armor and really not much, the regular amount of internal. So one of the problem of having that on some designs is if your arms go, all the damage goes to the associated torso. I mean, you have a light engine, so it's not as risky as if you had an XL, but it still is a decent risk here. Good amount of firepower, decent speed, 5'6", 5'8". So I think this one here is a threat, but not as much as that Scout one. The Scout tripod, I think, is better than this one. The Risk Helios. Helios is a fun mech, but it's a little bit weird. Drone command console, C3 slave, viral jammer, chameleon LPS, which is not a Risk technology. It's more or less a standard one. But I mean, it is a little bit of everything here. 2 clan ER medium laser, a pulse plasma rifle, and 2 clan SRM-6. This is going to be a big amount of punch. Another fast 60 tonner. And other very good mech. We're either waiting for people to show up, or we're going to play a few games of Megamek tonight, or one game at least. And we're looking at the April Fools, you'll see my air quotes here, book that they released. As I keep saying, this is the kind of book that people want, not the book that we get. The fancy battle axe, I'm not a huge fan of it, just because it's more or less just a Warhammer, ERPPCs, LRM-5s, SRM-6, targeting computer, viral jammer, radical heat sinks to sink the heat fairly quickly. It's okay, but I'm not a huge fan of this one. It doesn't do anything special compared to a regular battle axe or a Warhammer, which would be just, better, or at least easier to source. It's okay. It's one of those mech where that falls in the category of 9 out of 10. It's okay, basically. The Excalibur without a sword, I don't like it. I would have much preferred that the laser ear would have remained the weird sword Gauss rifle that it's supposed to have. Fairly fast with an XXL engine because let's go crazy. Endo composite is okay. It's not the same as, you have to make the difference between a composite structure and endo composite. Endo composite is like the cheap version of endo steel, while composite doesn't take room inside your mech, but is super fragile. This is an okay base setup, okay amount of heat sinks. A Gauss rifle, always a good thing to have. Case 2 to protect the ammo for the LRM, which is an LRM-20, a clan-graded one with a Artemis 5. Null sig, so harder to hit, a bit like stealth armor. Super cool Myomer. Laser anti-missile. I mean, it's got a little bit of everything for you appy guys out there. It's got a compact gyro, but they made the mistake of not armoring it. If you are designing mechs for fun, or you're designing mech for a campaign or anything, and you're gonna use a compact gyro, always armor it. It's an extra ton to make your gyro almost indestructible. So no reason to not use a armored compact gyro. It's a single ton. What could I have taken a ton off of? Maybe just take out the anti-missile or replace the medium pulse laser with an ER medium. I don't know. I would have to tweak this basically. Mad Cat Mark IV Risk. It is not an Omni-Mech, which is what makes it a little bit weaker in my opinion, but you've got 2 Risk hyper lasers, coolant pods, and tons of SRM6. This thing is just silly on wheels. And rather than the XXL, which the Mad Cat Mark IV generally uses, it has a regular XL, which means it actually is probably tougher than a regular Mad Cat Mark IV. It uses ferro armor rather than ferro lamellar, though, so I'd have to play this one versus a regular one and see which one comes out on top. A big Templar. Once again, a very fancy bits. Here it's mainly in the weapon, repeating TS EMP weapon, an armored supercharger, cool, coolant pods, targeting computer, late pulse laser modules. It's got a little bit of everything. It's basically a Templar on steroids. Again, I'd have to play this one against a regular Templar to see, how it goes. There's an Emperor, which is kind of sad because I just did my video on the Emperor. I would have included that one if I had known it existed. I guess I didn't get any leaks from the Battle Lightning in regards to that one. Compact gyro, not armored once again, but it has Clan Eat Sinks, Clan XL engine, 463. Okay. Hyper lasers in the arms, big guns once again. Medium pulse lasers, medium lasers, a lot of different cooling options on top of having a lot of heat sinks. But if you shoot both hyper lasers repeatedly, you are going to cook yourself to death. So not a bad idea. And the hyper lasers have improved cooling jackets, so they actually don't run you as hot as they should. It's a very decent version of the Emperor once again. And it's got Void Sig because why not? Harvester tripod. This is more of a weird builder mech in a way. You've got lift hoists on the arms to pick up things, 12 tons of cargoes in each side torsos, and your only real weapon are plasma cannons. It's odd. It's one of those things that you bring around to pick up salvage, I guess, or to carry a whole lot of infantry into battle, because 12 tons of cargo on each side, that's 3 battle armor squads for inner sphere units. So you could use that as a big cargo. Is it great? Probably not, but you could probably play around with it. The fancy one is the Laser Malice at 105 tons. So it's an overweight assault. Why not? It's super heavy mech, but it's not a tripod super heavy. So that's where it's a little bit weird. Uses an XXL engine, a ton of heat sinks, tons of ferrolamellar, and 4 risk hyper lasers to just blow up whatever you want to blow up. This thing is going to be a menace. It's 3,600 battle value. It's not that fast, but I'm pretty sure this thing is going to be seeing play at some point. And you've got suicide carriers for ordnance. This thing is basically a truck with M-pods on the side to blow up whatever's trying to capture it. It's a bit of a terrorist weapon. It kind of works. And then you've got your different little record sheets of all the units. So this is a great technical readout. You have to pay at least $0 to get it. And I recommend at least paying $0 for it. Paying more, that's really up to you. Okay, here I was starting to a video. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. So we're going to we're going to do that little game that I wanted to do. Basically, I wanted to test the original 50-ton trooper that the Star League wanted to have versus the one that was proposed for replacement for the crab. And, well, never really saw combat during the Amorous Civil War because they never got delivery. I'm going to see how it's going to go. I'm going to player setting. I'm going to put myself at West 3 and the princess at East 3. Playing on the most basic map possible, Rolling Hills 1 and 2. Those are maps that I've actually played about a million different times because we owned them. We owned them when I was a kid. Those were some of the maps from the map packs we had. Nowadays, those map packs are freakishly expensive. The ones that CGL do are good. I would say most of them are pretty good to awesome. A decent investment if you want to buy a product that is reputable or good enough, let's say. So let's just try this one out. 3 crabs versus 3 Star Slayers. Star Slayer's got more guns. It's a little bit more mobile because it jumps, but it's got a whole lot less armor. So I am honestly not sure what's going to be the better choice here. Mobility is going to be here in this particular map, though, so maybe I should have thought of that here by taking the crabs. The crabby crabs. I mean, crabs are very good to decent mechs, so no special rules or no really weird rules. I should probably hide in the woods waiting to see what he's going to do. So he's bringing a guy forward. I can have partial cover from here. So I'll go and take partial cover. This one's jumping. If I move here, I do see him, but he's probably going to have a couple woods in the way. But let's see what's going to happen. I mean, I've got a bit of an advantage on range because I've got ER large lasers and he's got regular large lasers. Because that's the Crabset 27B with double heat sinks and fancier lasers. Yeah, I'm going to try it. I mean, 11 is not great, but it's not terrible on to it. 11, once again. I mean, if I hit, it's damage on the target. That's a 13. It's not going to hit. That's a 13. That's not going to hit, so I'm not going to shoot. Okay, he hits me with a large laser. I miss him with my ER large. So as we tried, turn 1, we tried to shoot, and then not much happened. Let's see what's next here. It'd be nice to win an initiative every once in a while. I did win one. Okay. From here, I see most of the battlefield. I'll go all the way here, get a little bit more movement in. Gives me a second pip of evasion. From here, I see a decent amount of things, but I probably should play a little bit carefully because if I'm too aggressive, I'm gonna get in trouble here. Here, I just don't see anything, and it's not gonna do much. Here, I see this guy through woods. I see this guy through woods as well. Can't really go hide in the woods. If I had jump jets here, that would be where it would be practical. So here I'm trying to figure out where I want to go. That's no movement modifier. That's a +2. And I'll try to go here. Got some forest to protect me as well. Let's see. Not much, though. But I can still shoot 2 ER large lasers. Oh, I have to twist my torso. No big deal. 2 ER large lasers on this guy. The medium's not going to reach. Once again, 2 ER large lasers on this guy. The medium laser does reach, but there's a 13 to it. That's not going to happen. That's a 9. That's not too terrible. I have to twist my torso. 9 is a number that is doable. Let's see what happens. E misses. E hits with 1. I miss. I hit with 1 ER large. I'm currently losing, but not by much. One of his Star Slayer is running really hot, though. The one that keeps jumping and shooting is going to run odd, that's for sure. He's got double heat sinks as well, so it's not like we've got a big technology differential between the two. His mechs are good, and my mechs are good, basically. I do not see him this way. But I'm hiding in the woods. Not a bad idea. I mean, he's showing me his rear arc. I'm going to take advantage of it. This one's just jumping right in my face, so I'm going to have to take advantage of what he's giving me. Again, I can shoot, I think, almost everything here. Yeah, I can shoot everything and not run aught on the crabs, because that's the very good crab, basically. The other one, the 27S SL, has a pair of large pulse laser, medium pulse laser, all sorts of fancy things, but it has an XL engine, so it is a lot more risky. Okay, I'm taking a beating here. This one's not doing much. The other one's doing an okay amount of damage again. I'm missing just about everything. Of course, I have to roll 8s. Of course, I'm going to miss. I always miss when I have to roll 8s. Dealing an okay amount of damage here. Dealing a little bit of damage. Now I'm going to be able to kick with a whole lot of crabs. A lot of crabby kicks. That can make a big difference fairly quickly. Ooh, well, as you can see, it can make a big difference fairly quickly. The Star Slayer did kick one of my crabs, taking a decent amount of damage. My crab kicks him. Right leg takes 10 points of damage. Starting to look rough. Here, I kick him and blow out the hip and the upper leg actuator, and he falls down. Ugh, that's a little bit more dangerous. 2 of his guys are running aught. I'm running eat neutral because that's what a crab's 27B does. So I have a bit of an advantage there, even though I've been taking more damage than he has. We're both at 1 unit at moderate damage. Let's see what we do now. I can run up right in front of him, but that doesn't give me a very good modifier to evasion. I can run here into the woods. I'll have a decent... My problem here, I want to see where this goes before we do anything fancy. This one is prone, so he's probably going to move that one last. So I'm going to run this guy in front of the jumpy one. Oh, he managed to get up, so that's a thing. Gonna go around. Sounds silly, but by doing this, I have a bit of a more of a chance to try to do something. Well, yeah, staying close to me is probably not the best plan here. I'm not 100% sure what Princess is thinking here with this guy here. With that is still pretty open. I have to twist my torso is way more than likely to shoot everything. And this guy, once again, tries to shoot everything at his guy. An SRM, well, I mean, I do take decent chunks of damage here. An 8, a 10, 3 damage from an SRM4. It's starting to add up. There, this one shoots me a 1 large laser, take a little bit of damage. The other one hits me with a medium laser. Ooh, that's the leg that was already it. So 1 ER large laser hits the left torso. The leg that's already damaged loses its other, takes more damage, basically. The right leg, I mean, I keep shooting the right leg. It's not that's pretty bad for him. And now there's a whole lot of red here. Oh, it's because I'm shooting the rear. So left torso rear takes 8 damage, no armor left. Critical, triple critical, medium laser, ammo explosion. Some of it is deflected by the case. That's good. He's basically lost its left side at this point. So a whole lot of damage here through the everythings. The other one here, some damage in the arm, some damage in the other arm. Nothing super major. Okay, the Star Slayer with the damaged leg. Hey, it's all great. We'll be able to play our game that I wanted to play. How you doing, bud?
I'm okay-ish. I was hoping that Hellboy's mum was gonna actually be here, but she
it's okay.
stole off in
I'm used to having kids run around and make noise. I'm doing a test game right now, just so you know what I'm doing. I'm playing Princess.
Yep.
3 crabs versus 3 Star Slayers, because the Star Slayers were supposed to replace the crabs as the standard mech of the Star League. So let's see how that really goes here. The standard 50-ton trooper mech, basically, is what they wanted to replace it as. So I should be getting kicked back. So yeah, I get kicked back. I'm higher up, so I kick the torso. He kicks in my legs. He kicks in my legs again. Nobody falls. Nothing too fancy happened here. I mean, one of the guy lost its torso to an ammo explosion. This one's not looking too fancy. This one's got a leg that's barely hanging on. My crabs are getting beat up as well here. I'm not going to lie. This one's pretty beat up. The other 2 are not terrible. The Star Slayers run odd. I think that's the biggest problem that I have with
you're
them.
meant to bracket fire, I think. If you remove one of the large lasers from the fire, you'll be able to do everything else.
The thing is, the Crab 27B can shoot everything every turn, and it's 2 ER large rather than regular large.
Oh, well, okay, we're talking the Royal variant.
No, the 27B was not the Royal one. That's the problem. That was the one that was replacing the standard Crab by the time it got into production, basically. The Royal Crab's the 27 SL. It's
really
a big brother. Yes.
Okay. Well, it's
3 27s. Actually.
It's nearly always the lowercase b that means it's the Royal variant. The SL, I thought it was just like the Star League.
Yeah, but if it was the actual just regular Star League ones, it'd be even worse, because that'd be 2 large pulse lasers, a medium pulse laser, a small laser, jump jets, and an XL engine. That's the biggest problem with those damn things. With an XL engine, it's not very good, unfortunately. I'm going to back up here. And I'm going to fall? No, I didn't fall. Okay. I was worried there for a second. So this guy's not going to be able to shoot anything because he was too careful. So I might lose a crab this turn. I have a feeling that I might lose a crab this turn. But, shoot out 2 of them. If I twist my torso, do I have anything? I can shoot my left arm lasers at them. Good enough. Oh yeah, one of my crab is starting to go
Getting
here. Two
hurt.
double eat sinks, three double eat sinks, arm blown
Yeah.
off. Yeah, that's the stuff. That's the stuff. But in return, okay, center torso
A
rear,
foot.
a foot. That's always
And
bad.
then another foot.
Center torso, the armor starts peeling off, and then another foot. Yeah, everybody succeeds their piloting skills though, so we'll take it. I mean, it's not as bad as it was. Yeah, that crab's looking starting to look really rough, but he can still kick at this guy that's on the floor. Yeah, there you go. I I got kicked back though, so that's also starting to look rough. Blew out one of the large lasers. Yeah, one of the Star Slayers really not in a good shape. The other one is, yeah, this particular crab's going to start running hot now because he's lost so many eat sinks. Two crippled, one crippled. I mean, I have a technically the crabs have a lower battle value than the he ejected, I think. Yep, he ejected. I think the crab have a higher battle value than the lower battle value than the Star Slayers because they don't jump. Jumpy Max. Oh, the other one ran away. The other one ran away. Well, I'm gonna win that one through sheer determination, I think, at this point. Yeah, get over there. Ejected, flees the battlefield. Well, that's a rough day. Yeah, but this crab is really not looking too good. Of course, I'm playing Princess. I'm not playing an actual player, so the end result is not as significant, but that's what I do for a lot of my mech reviews. I play those quick games like this, usually using two or three of the same mechs versus two or three of, target mechs or something like that.
To
Just
see
so,
just who's good.
yeah, and how they behave in various situation.
Yep. So yeah,
Okay.
I do apologize for my tardy arrival as well. I'm
Well,
not
that's perfect. That's perfectly fine. I discussed the TRO experimental as well before you came in. The book that we actually wanted to get
the
rather
Risk
than what.
hyper laser boat.
Oh yeah,
Finally,
well,
official mechs with the hyper lasers.
oh, that Malice is going to be a nightmare. If people actually are allowed to bring it into some tournaments, it's going to
Just
just
take out the
show up.
super cooled Myanmar and it's fine.
Well, it depends on what the tech level you want for the game is, I guess.
Well, if you're able to play as a Malice, the tech level's pretty high, the timeline's pretty late. It should be fine. I'm just saying, the laser anti-missile system is technically experimental up and as well. The inner sphere is. The clan laser ANS is not. X pulses, for some reason, get called experimental until the 3080s.
Yeah, that's because it was a Solaris weapon. Most weapons
Yeah,
from
but I mean,
Solaris
yeah,
are
my
considered
point of that
experimental.
is that if with all of that, but then variable speed pulse lasers are in standard, it's not really experimental. Isn't really that big of a difference.
Mm-hmm. I think it might very well be a situation where I win because I'm playing Princess, but I do have a strong feeling that the Crab's a better mech than the Star Slayer. At least this version. The Star Slayer 3 is better. The Star Slayer 3C, which is the one that was produced by Defiance later on, the one that you have in the original TROs, is the upgraded version of this. It has endo steel and 3 tons more armor. That makes a huge, huge difference here. All right, so that's destroyed by ejection. Okay, well, rip these Star Slayers. So I'll be able, when I write my review of the Star Slayer next week, I'll be able to say the Star Slayer 2C was not viewed as a better mech than the Crab by the Star League. That would explain why they didn't rush to get as much of them as they wanted, basically.
Yeah, no, that tracks.
That's the wrong game. While next, what's the other mechs I'm thinking of next week? I've got the Firefly written up. Firefly, I haven't played the new model with the partial wing yet. I need to try that. Not sure if it's any good, but it has a partial wing. So I've got a whole lot of small things here. Oh, it doesn't include... Oh, it forgot to add this. Okay, well, I'm going to go in. So you can probably try to join in now. Support vehicles. Engineering vehicles.
All right, I'm joining now. I just also suddenly got messaged about Hellboy's friend's birthday party, so I'm organising that.
Oh, well. That's why I wasn't at my own thing this morning. I know this afternoon I had I was supposed to have a premiere, and I wasn't there because I had to drop off one of my kids to a birthday party.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
I'm going
to
trade.
You might be a bit put out by doing it, but then it's also, once you get there,
I know the kids are going to love it. That's all that matters. All right. So you have brought a bunch of cargo boxes to this planet.
Yep.
And the cargo boxes are actually, protomechs, as we can see here.
Yes.
Very scary little buggers.
This is a Blakist counter-piracy measure. When the dropships get attacked that are carrying our cargo from place to place, outside of merchants or our own, the chrysalid freight box or cargo crate or whatever you want to name it, those different titles actually are the different loadouts. They get put amongst the actual cargo. They've got a single hex ECM to hide their workings and jam the scanners to see what's in it, to produce the idea that it's actually carrying valuable cargo, which it is. Now, the way they get around this is, in Ghosts of Obita, the Blakists have discovered a way to make battle armor automata. So they don't need to have a pilot for battle armor. Ultra heavy protomechs operate with a power armor control system. So technically, they're controlled the same way as battle armor. So I took a bit of a narrative leap and said that these things are automata scale of protomechs. And so basically, for execution, think the box mechs from Deus Ex.
So this is going to be basically last mission. You ran away because you pretended to run away, and had the bad guys pick up a bunch of those crates. They brought those crates to one of their depot, basically. But now they're dropping them, and now they're waking up as we've got a bunch of, those foot squads are basically workers. We've got 2 engineering vehicles, 2 J-37s, a couple mechs, which were just the patrol for the region, the little region, and the security guards, which are the inner sphere battle armors. You can deploy anywhere. And in response, I'll probably be deploying things next to you because they don't know that it's going to turn into a battle box.
Yeah, that makes sense. But also, these interdispersed amongst the regular crates, once pirates or privateers try to take all the cargo from the dropship that they're stealing from, they've got it amongst all their stuff. The chrysalid waits until it is clear. It waits until there's no more immediate sign of authorized personnel. Then it unfolds, scans for everything that might be a threat, and eliminates it. Basically, rampages through the dropship, and then sends out the all clear message and deactivates again. This is a very good anti-piracy equipment, I think.
This is a smart way of doing anti-piracy.
Yeah. So
Okay, well,
acknowledge,
I'm
submit.
gonna click on done, and let's see how thing goes.
Acknowledge, submit, handshake at self-hub cargo crate. Second. Op4, security, sentry, activity deemed.
Oh yeah, this is
low.
going to be so much fun to try to play on as well, because it's all pavement. So I shouldn't
That's okay.
run or try to move quickly with anything I have.
That's okay. Protomechs don't need piloting roles.
Yeah, well, the infantry doesn't need piloting roles either.
Yeah, it's good, hey?
So you're first to deploy.
Eliminate human animals.
Oh, you've got more. Oh, yeah, you've got 9 guys, right? So
yes,
9 little 1 guys. So you've got a little bit more drops than I do. Surprisingly, it's rare that I have less drops than someone. Oh no, it's also because all my infantry doesn't count. All my infantry is
no, protomechs have to deploy in groups.
Okay. Well, you're right next to 2 of the engineering vehicles.
Yeah,
then there's the J-37s that we're basically bringing the crates around. There's a security guard over there. Security guard over here. And I wasn't sure how much your chrysalids would be in terms of BV, so I just drew it.
Yeah, 400.
400 each. It goes pretty quick.
Yeah.
I mean, 400 doesn't sound like much, but you know, it's a Stinger.
It does add up.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a Stinger.
Yeah.
I think it's a basic Stinger at a 4 or 5 pilots around that 400, 450. It's not like a Stinger is a great mech, but you know, they're a Locust. A Stinger. A Wasp.
Speaking of the devil.
I mean, I went with the most basic, you know, this is the Bugmech squad, so the Firefly being the fancy one of the bunch. Now let's just put some workers down.
Take my love, take my land, take me where they cannot stand. I don't care. I'm still free. You can't take the deep periphery from me.
Let's see.
There, that's all 12. You know, just 2 points of proto drones.
That's still.
Can you see?
Still a whole lot of.
Could you see their pilot pictures, or is that just?
That's on your end. I'd have to download them probably.
No, I just ripped them from Star Siege.
That's just perfectly fine.
Yeah, a whole bunch.
Your
of
options and your options as someone who is, you know, as average person. Now they're not even realizing yet that you guys are there. So until one of you guys move, I'm not moving anything.
Oh, well, it's the same turn. It's going to be active. It's not like 40k where the whole turn has to go.
Yeah, true. All right. Well, I'm gonna try running away with one of the J-37.
Oh my
The
god,
other
they're
one too.
unfolding!
What is that? Oi, cunt! What's that?
Eliminate human animals.
Beep boop, beep boop. Oh, come on, you workers. And
This is
the
Eats
beautiful.
Only Heads.
It's got 2 machine guns in the turret. It's gonna be fine. It's got machine guns in the turret. Battle Armor's realizing that something bad's gonna happen.
Oh yes. This is going to, as HR Geiger says, this will make a lovely painting.
Oh no, the Bufil's jammed. Okay, that's probably not going to be a huge problem for the Bufil.
Bufil?
Which is basically a scrub, but is that the... No, that's a very basic one. Okay, so I took a basic Firefly.
They're all pretty much the same loadout with varying degrees of suck.
That's a mean thing to say. It is
I never
entirely
liked
true.
Firefly.
It is entirely true, but it is a mean thing to say.
That's why I say these things. I say it because I love you. I hurt you because I love you.
It is not a... I mean, the newest one with the partial wing, I mean, it's got full jump jets as well, so I think you can jump 7 with it. And it's got basically the standard loadout. So this one might be decent. It's stupidly expensive, but it might be decent. It's one of the big problems with it. As soon as it starts to get decent, it also gets,
Expensive.
Almost impossible to buy. I got my locust left.
Hope you like Nightmare Worlds.
All right. Let's see.
This is going to be so slow, even though they outweigh nearly everything.
Well, I mean, it's not. It's more a case of, I mean, they're proto-max, so they're not going to be super fast to begin with. It's what, 583? I mean, is 583 is really good for a proto-mech. There's
so
the worst thing
Centaur,
about,
which goes 6.9.
Yeah, the quads go faster. I think you got a +2 bonus for free or something like that.
A +1. The gliders get a +1.
Okay. Ha! Eat rockets. Okay, I brought yeah, I did bring a shitload of rockets. Let's be careful with them. Jeez. All rockets all the time is what I decided to bring, I guess. Jeez, and the Firefly overeats. On top of things, the Firefly overeats.
Of course it does.
Because it doesn't have double heat sinks. And it's hard to fit double heat sinks in because it has too small of an engine. I do not think the Firefly is a very good mech. Sorry.
I have said this.
You have said this, and I'm pretty sure it is true. Oh, those guys have portable machine guns, so they can't move and shoot. Oops. That could be an issue. Gives them more firepower, but... Done firing. You've got regular rifles. I mean, at least the basic infantry can try things. Those guys got machine guns. They're fine. The Bufils will be perfectly fine shooting at things. Can I shoot at them? Target the chrysalid. Target not an arc. Because you're in my X, I cannot shoot you. It is entirely terrifying. J37. It's got a small laser in the turret. That's also fancy. Okay, recoilless rifles, those are good, so at least I know those are going to be able to do some damage. But, okay, one rocket launcher goes wide. The other rocket launcher deals okay damage. I'll take it. The R medium laser deals okay damage. Once again, I'll take it. Heavy flamer. Well, the troopers are taking a lot of damage. At least battle armors are kind of tough against flamers. Don't deal a whole lot of extra damage to them.
No, it's just the standard damage.
On a vehicle, though.
Yes. Still only 4 damage.
Yeah, but you blew out the +3 to driving roll, AF movement. Crew stunned for 1 turn. The Bufil is already getting chewed through.
Ooh. Ooh. The heavy flamer hit the foot squad, immediately annihilating it.
20 damage. Well, that could be. That's the end of that chapter. Another foot squad destroyed, but this time by a anti-personal Gauss. Anti-personal Gauss doing some damage on one of the battle armor squad. Another squad of foot soldiers gone. But yeah, you know, they fire back and deal 1 damage to the torso of one of the chrysalid. This one missed. Oh, because you did the same thing as me. You can't shoot a unit in your X with a mech or even a proto-mech. It seems. Because you don't count as infantry.
But proto-mechs can shoot the infantry that are on the same hex.
The other Bufil engine destroyed. Well, that is entirely a problem. Fuel explosion. Well, that is a bigger problem. Another foot squad's gone. Oh, vehicle immobile on the J37. Yeah, it's a wheeled vehicle, so you do a +4 to the motive, but I mean, that was still a good shot. I mean, first turn, a whole lot of things happened. Physical attacks. I can kick with that wasp. I will kick with that wasp.
Proto Frenzy.
Rubble. Yeah, Proto Frenzy. That does exist. But you don't have Proto-Mech melee weapons on those. So it's...
No, they're not made for that. They still do their job. Rip off the wheel.
Yeah, that's what happened to one of the G37 from what I'd see here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, you did do some damage to the Wasp, but the Wasp did some damage to you. So, I mean, you almost do as much damage. That's terrifying. Oh, geez. My Firefly is overeating already.
It's only 2 heat. You can get to 4 before anything happens.
Yeah, I know, but...
8 if you've got the battle computer. Well, it counts as 4, but, you know, it removes another 4.
You know, you're immobile, so just stay immobile. You're still able to move, so move. It won't be a bad idea. Crew stunned, though, so I can't do anything real fancy with them. MG squad. stay there just in case you can do something. Not 100% sure how good the MG squads really are. Maybe I shouldn't have brought as many mechs with rocket launchers as I could. But I mean, they're pirates. They should have piratey things. If I understood correctly what CGL was saying in one of their things at Adepticon, they are wanting to nerf the protomechs. They're already not seeing play, so I'm not sure why.
Because they don't want them.
Hmm.
They didn't make them. They don't like them. Too bad they cannot.
You can't make them disappear. Yeah. You've got some stuff that moved. So let's bring a locust in. Yeah, we can bring a locust in.
I see no way in which this could possibly backfire.
Absolutely no way whatsoever. I was looking to see if I could debt from above your chrysalids. Was probably a very bad idea. This one's still got his rockets though. It's a +3 to it, a +2 to it. All right, that's crazy, but it might work. Rifle squad. Laser squad. Squads is only 7 troopers. Those are not full platoons of 28. They're just small groups of guys.
Yeah, you've just got a platoon in the area.
So I think it was 2 platoons in the long run.
All they really need to do to successfully nerf proto-mechs, I think, is make it so that they do need to do piloting checks after all.
Probably be a smarter idea, yes.
Yeah, you do that, and then they're, it's a really good advantage they have not needing to, but it's not overwhelming. The only nerf they need, because frankly, they struggle.
Well, I mean, those are super heavy protomechs compared to regular protomechs.
Yeah, super heavy protomechs using battle armor weapons. I'm fairly sure that's necessary for proto.
I mean, we see that the protomechs against foot squads and foot platoons just burned through them, but against battle armor, it was pretty evenly, well, not evenly, but more evenly matched, let's say.
Yeah.
Because of the beauty of
the beauty of speed, the beauty of death, the beauty of war.
Yeah, you're being a little bit overly dramatic here.
I'm being a Blakist. What do you expect?
Okay, no, it's entirely terrible if I try to shoot at the guy at the top of that hill. If I try to shoot at these guys, it's just as bad. Ugh. All right, well, we'll try that. problem is that a foot squad really doesn't do enough damage to
No.
do much in general. Unfortunately. Use crew stun so I can't shoot. That's the J37 that's going off the map. That's the J37 that is not off the map. One of your guys has some damage to him, so I'll take advantage of that. And the other BA. Miss with both ER medium lasers. That's very not good. Oh, but you miss with everything with this one. So squad killed. Okay. Ooh, the J37 is really engine destroyed. It is very, very not looking good for it. If you bid 1 star of mech against what's on the ground right now, you'd probably win. With a star of regular mechs against your proto mechs, probably, unless it's a light star with like just trash mechs. I mean, 4,800 BV is really not a whole lot for clans.
Yeah, 4,000 BV won't even get you out the door half the time with a full star of protos. Procyon would be pretty harsh against chrysalids, I will not deny. However, chrysalids are here for this purpose. You want to fight battle mechs, battle protos. You're looking at
against battle protos. I mean, you still got 2 AP Gauss.
Yeah,
the small laser is very reasonable. Heavy flamers do bonus damage on proto mechs, I think.
No.
Okay, so you still deal 4. It's okay, not great.
See, it's 3 anti-personnel weapons and a small laser. It's not really optimal. I mean, yeah, the Procyon is the same almost armament at half the weight. Goodbye, J37. But yeah,
oh no, I lost the J37.
In battle, like in an actual battle, you'd probably be seeing things like the Cenobite, the Kunanoon, the Hecaton Keras.
Yeah, you've got actual battle protos.
Mm-hmm. I'll fight you 25 with 36 Icarus.
That'd be a weird fight, but I think it'd be fun. Just a big protomech bash would be fun to see.
Yes.
I don't think we see that very often.
The Sting is gaining heat.
I mean, it just shot 2 rocket launcher 15 and an ER medium laser. So yes, it's just burning up.
It's also got hit with a couple of heavy flamers.
That's a minor issue that will be rectified when it blows up.
Yeah. Protomechs don't need plasma rifles. They've got the battle armor heavy flamer.
So, I don't know. Yeah, I got a J37 that fled. Ha.
He'll get picked up by the aerospace assets along the way. But good escape.
Well, I'm trying to escape those engineering vehicles in J37s. Well, you blew up 2 of them, and the other beautiful, its engine is kind of on fire, but it could be worse. You've got no weapon that go through the bar 7 armor, so at least there's that.
Yeah.
On Protomechs, what would you have to go through bar 7 armor? You'd have to put
land medium lasers.
ER medium 7 damage, isn't it?
Yeah, doesn't it need to only match it, or does it need to exceed it?
Needs to exceed it.
Dominate your firepower with
a heavy medium laser, but if you stick a heavy medium laser on a protomech, you're stupid, because you're gonna need like 700 heat sinks or something.
7, or the battle armor heavy medium laser needs 4. on Protomax, you can't say it's not fair.
No, on Protomek, I mean, it's perfectly reasonable.
Myself and others were already playing with the idea before Ghosts of Obita, so this is just validation for my Protomax designs.
4 means that it's gonna cost you a two tons. That's reasonable, but I think you can only load it in a. No, you could probably mount it on the torso as well. You don't need to put it in a gun mount.
No, on ultra heavies as well, you can mount them on the arms because the arm allowance is a full ton.
Okay, so it's not as bad.
Yeah,
let's say
that's why the Cenobite Prime is actually disgusting. It's an Omni Proto mech. Omni Protos are introduced in the XTRO for the Society made by Main Gunnery.
Cop, can you not skid and break your face on the ground every time?
He's panicking, all right? Cybrids
it's not even that it's not even that he's panicking. He's just being an ass.
I mean, there is that, but I mean to say he's, I'm going to cut him some slack as I cut him down.
It was running because he was running hot. If it had not been running hot, it would have been walking and he would have been fine. That's the worst part of that whole deal there.
Yeah.
Of course, they all have ER medium lasers that run odder than they should. And no, going through the building sounds very cool, but being the Kool-Aid man won't help here. All right. I'd love to be able to take out one of them, but I'm just getting bad luck on top of bad luck here, so that doesn't help. And yes, about 1,000 points of my army was vehicles that have run away now, so that Stinger's not doing too good. Oh, and you're all on top of them, so he can't even shoot at you. Well,
correct.
But he can shoot at this guy for the 14, or this guy at a 15, so that's not going to happen. No. That's a 14. That's not going to hit. A 9 is bad, but, doable. 8's not too bad. It's really that LRM-5 on the Firefly. I mean, if it was an SRM-4, I think it'd be better. Same weight, same type of weapon, because it's also a missile belt. I think it would be better.
And at the speeds you operate in with these, with the bug mechs, it's just, why bother?
Both of them are at +2, so I'm just going to concentrate fire. Oh, how do I... Maybe I should try swarming a protomech. I don't know how that works. Yeah, I am so unlucky with my skidding rolls. I should be more careful in general. And my Locust is just missing everything it does. Well, the Foot Squad it took a whole protomech to kill, so that's a good start.
Oh yeah, but that's because I'm focusing on them as a matter of a primary objective for the crystal itself.
Jeez, 8 should probably be a 12 for me. Whenever I have to roll an 8, it just never works. Ha! 1 damage from the auto rifles. There you go. Okay, the Buful took a little bit of damage. Doing a little bit of damage here and there. Firefly's taking a decent chunk of damage. Recoilless rifles doing what chip damage. That's what they do. I think it's still one of the best weapons you can have on an inner sphere battle armor, at least. The recoilless rifles. The light recoilless.
Oh, yeah, they are great.
Got decent range, not a whole lot of damage, but they also do bonus damage against infantry. So they're just average enough that they're going to be able to do, what they're meant to do. All right, Wasp. Try to kick. We've got no reason not to. And Locust, try to kick. You've got no reason not to. Protomech Frenzies. Protomech Frenzy. My kicks miss, obviously. At least I don't fall down from missing my kicks. That would have been so much fun.
That would have been so ignoble.
It's very unpleasant when that happens. Yeah, battle armors are not looking too... One of my battle armor groups really not looking too good. The other one, all the troopers are still up, just with barely any armor left. Okay. I mean, 56 points of armor is very decent on a Protomech, to be honest. So,
Standard Protomech armor is also more weight efficient than heavy ferrofibrous, but it really needs to be.
Heavy ferrofibrous is rather terrible. 21 crit slots for armor. Unless you're a light mech, you're never going to be able to use that effectively.
Yeah. It's my understanding that that's why they made heavy ferro.
I mean, there should be clan light and clan heavy ferrofibrous as well, because it should be, one of those situations like it should be there because it should be,
Yeah.
10% more and 30% more is what I had written down when I messed with it. And I think it would be, well, not fun, but it would be a different kind of thing.
We've also been playing with proto-ferrolamellar. And the proto.
The problem of ferrolamellar is that it does take a shitload of room in a mech.
Yeah.
So on a proto, I'm not sure it would work. Because I don't think you'd have enough room in the proto to wiggle it in. Basically.
Make it take an item and maybe 2. Then, you just give it a main gun.
Oh, you can't charge Protomechs? What is that bullshit?
Because they move like they're alive, they can just stand out of the way of a car last second.
A car can still ram you even if you move like a human. I've done it enough in Red Alert.
Yeah, well, these things, they do have some pretty strong myomas to jump out of the way. I don't know. Was it finished moving?
Okay, there's maybe another thing.
You cannot charge targets that have not yet moved.
Not even nerf. Turn. Won't even say nerf there, but I would say just you should be able to charge.
But also, had it declared its movement for the turn?
Yes.
Then I have no idea.
Man, it's the proto. It was the one right in front of my Buful, which had moved. So I don't know.
Well, can you charge battle armor and infantry?
You infantry battle armor is because they're supposed to be able to scatter, but even that, I would say you should be able to. So. Yeah, my big issue here is that I brought so many things with rocket launchers. You get very good alpha, but that's all you get, which is not very good.
It's not your fault. They didn't know this was happening.
And they're pirates. It's not like they really have a choice of a huge choice of pirates near the Marian border. I should go with that, actually. So their options of mechs are probably a little bit more limited, even though they're a bunch of assholes and they're well equipped. They're not that well equipped,
especially now. We run this.
They're getting it. Well, they just got their ass kicked off a planet, so that's a big problem. Oh, god damn it. Near miss. Protomech is unaffected. God damn it. First time I hit with those damn ER medium lasers. 2 AP Gauss. Oh, okay. The other ER medium lasers did it, so that's good. Okay, the Firefly's taking damage. That's no big deal. Engine destroyed on the Bufil. Boyfil. I don't know how you're supposed to say that.
Bufil.
Bufil. It is very immobile. It is immobile. So it is triple immobile. It is not going anywhere fast. And a -1 MP.
Yeah. Oh. Murder, arson, and jaywalking.
Oops, your ER small laser did blow out the right arm and the right torso critical. Oh, the Firefly did a decent chunk of damage there, at least.
Yeah, wow. Very good.
Well, yeah, the Stinger's not going to be long for this world, I think. Oh, destroyed by damage. The center torso just went. Welp. Oh no, I've lost the jump jet on the Firefly. Okay, that's not a huge deal. The Stinger is very dead, but you know, worse things have happened. If I keep kicking, at some point, maybe one of the chrysalids gonna go. Promech Frenzy, a kick, misses a kick. But is a near miss. This one here, I'd love to see, like in a tournament or something like that, people arguing that, yeah, it's a near miss. So should you roll a piloting skill roll on that? Because it's technically a miss. You're not dealing damage with your kick, right?
That I would say it was going to hit, and so you've got the stable landing, as opposed to how hard could it be to kick with a robot? Well, it's because the thing's not actually meant to move like that. And so the risk
now the Firefly is at 14 each.
The movement. Yeah, that's a lot of heavy flamers hitting it.
Yeah, that's where things starts looking really, really dicey. Near miss might be a little bit very good as well. Let's go with that.
Yeah, but it only happens on a 3 or 11 for the rolls.
So it's a 4 out of 36. It's a 4 out of 36. So it's not super. Yeah, it's not.
Also, I think that only works if you haven't got a main gun.
I'd have to double check the listing for that.
Yeah, because
it's not too good. It's not a case that it's too good, especially with how shitty the original Protomechs were.
Yeah, to my memory, it the actual location on the roll table says main gun / near miss.
I think it's more the ultra heavy protomechs that are really good,
Well,
while
they
the
need to
regular
be.
protomechs are, big battle armors. It's a very odd case here. It's odd tech, odd situations, etc.
Yeah.
I forgot to click go.
Hmm. Zoom. See ya.
That Firefly is not gonna be have a nice day there.
Yeah, if he's not dead, he ain't happy.
I can jump 3 though, so maybe I can do something stupid.
Please do.
Gonna go hide. I mean, that works, doesn't it? Gonna cool off for a turn, and
He needs it. I need it. I need it.
yeah. I mean, jeez. Okay, there's one of them that's in a really bad shape over there, but the wasp can't get to it more than likely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I can get close to it. I won't hit because I'm gonna jump, but and I don't have the best pilots in the world. And if I go there, I'm gonna get shot by all the chrysalids. A lot of very bad ideas. While I could just go behind this one and hope for the best. You can't move. How many troopers are left? 3. Jeez. One of the battle armor squad's almost efficient.
I'm just trying to finish this as quickly as I can because Hellboy needs me. But yeah, there's no one else here, so I'm just gonna try and do this as fast as possible.
At this point, there's my hopes and dreams are very limited as well. Okay, just
You think you're going to spew? No. Well, then that's okay. You're not going to spew then. It's very dark. What's instead of what blanket?
Well, 6 is not that bad to hit, so let's. I'm going to lose some battle armors this turn, I'm pretty sure.
As the options reach 0, the concentration of the fire reaches infinite.
Protomek
both
near
miss.
miss. Of course. What the other it? Okay, so that's okay. Trooper killed. Okay, well, I lost a quad. That was expected. The Boyfel is failing at machine gunning. One trooper it with a light recoilless. Okay, nothing very good there. Nothing seems to be
2
dying.
failed crits.
Wow. Okay, I got very
Boofel.
lucky on that locust there. Well, destroyed by damage. Okay, well, not much I could do for destroyed by damage. The locust is dodging all the crits, so we'll take that.
Yes.
But oh, thanks to a glancing blow.
Gonna gain.
It's
going to take so much heat.
The Firefly is still getting.
Bullied.
But it lost its right leg. Okay, well, things are not looking good. Well, things were already not looking good, but things are looking worse. Missing kicks on 5s is really bad as well, Yeah, Firefly's still at 11 eat, even though it didn't get it by anything significant. It's lost a leg. Its anti-missile's been completely useless this game as well.
Switch it to machine gun mode.
Oh, did I put that in is the question.
Yes. It would be a pertinent question.
The worst thing is that the Locust, the Wasp, and the Firefly, they know they shouldn't be ejecting because they just saw regular people just get chewed through. So
little man, when I'm done here, we're going to go to the shops and you're going to get some food. Going to get some veggies for you to eat. You're going to have to get some veggie soup tonight. Okay?
No.
Yeah.
Standard kid answer. We're going to get veggie soup. No. Come on.
Yeah, he doesn't want to eat anything at this stage.
Okay. So at least it's a more general. It's a more general case of I don't want to eat anything. It's a little bit better than I only want to eat cake.
No, he doesn't even want to eat that at the moment because he's a little bit sick.
Oh, okay. Well, at least he's got a good reason, at least.
Yeah.
Trying to run away. Yeah, bad things happen. Every time I try to run away, bad things happen.
Eliminate human animals. Wasp. No. No, Wasp, don't go.
Can we go?
Well, of course it wants to go.
Not yet.
Jump. I think everybody wants to go at this point. But, the Locust just blew out its left arm by falling. God damn it. This is a terrible, terrible situation. I needed a 5. It's not that hard to roll a 5. And now it's a Locust, so it's not getting back up. It's not.
No. The only thing that is more epileptic is the Stalker 2.
No, Stalker 2 is another world of not getting up, basically. It will never get up. It's not just that it won't, it just never will. And you don't see Jack, so... Uh,
All the heavy flamers going to the locust.
yeah, that locust is the locust is cooked. But I mean, it has double eat six. I mean, it's a decent locust with rockets. I mean, 2 rocket launchers, a 2 ER mediums, decent armor, fast enough, double heat sinks. It's like a very decent locust. Not gonna say good because locust is a good mech, but it's
it serves
not
a
a first
purpose.
pick. It's not a first pick, let's say.
Yeah. Oh, damn it. I wasn't looking at my numbers. I need 14s. Oops.
14's the it is because the
yeah. Oh, well. They're doing their procedural
the wasp
requirements.
was also evading, which is a thing that very few
That would
people ever
explain.
do, but
Yeah. Serpentine.
Not.
A whole lot of missing.
Okay, you have physical attacks because you have the opportunity. Okay, Proto-Mech Frenzy did Proto-Mech Frenzy things on the poor Firefly. Hey, the Firefly is no longer running hot. It just can't get back up and shoot at anything. But, it tried.
Well, I guess they're fleeing. But the locust isn't yet.
Locust has to get up. That's not. That's as it. Well, he doesn't have any leg actuator. It's lost an arm, but he hasn't gotten a leg actuator it yet. That would be running. Running is a very bad idea right now. Try to get up. Nope. It's because it's got cramped cockpit as well. The Locust got cramped cockpit on top of no arms, so that's still a +2 to all your piloting skill checks when you're trying to get up. So you are not getting up on a Locust. Okay, it managed to get up the second time. It's just looking very rough. Well, the Firefly's not looking rough. It's looking dead, but...
Zoom!
That thing's way too
Zoom!
fast. Zoom. And...
Let us flee, said the fly. Let us fly, said the flea. So they flew through a flaw in the flue.
The Wasp has realized it is not a winning argument what's going on right now.
Cool. Hey, Locust. Your buddy's left you behind.
Yeah. I'm looking at it at its current remaining armor
situation.
with a +1 to it, with 2 its on the pilot.
I made an assessment. I'm all Greg.
I think the LRM Locust in Classic can be decent. But you have to load it with smokes, the usual, what you would do on an LRM5 platform. Load it with smokes, load it with utility ammo, and it's gonna start being a little bit more interesting. Oh, it only has 1 ton. Well, yeah, I guess you load it with utility ammo that are smokes and hope for the best.
Well, if you're using bug mechs, 2 LRM5s isn't so bad.
Yeah, if you're bug mechs fighting bug mechs, you're fine. As soon as anything's a little bigger's on there.
I'm also of the belief that if you're using a Locust in a main fight, you're doing it wrong.
Oh, the Locust 2C though. Now you're talking about a very nasty piece of equipment.
I guess.
Oh, I mean,
Um,
and 25 tons is a very nice weight range. It's got the fun quirks. It's usually got very good firepower. So,
Dead Locust coming right up.
lost its right torso, so the other arm. Standard engine and standard gyro and engine. Standard torso and
It's
okay. At this point, it was not going to survive. I understand that.
Yeah.
So, congratulations. I don't think the Firefly is ever getting back up either.
Oh, yeah, and then it's just going to get plunged.
Because it needed an 11 to get up. If I could get up and jump the 3, maybe I could have done something. But, it is not going to happen. I did not enough damage on your things, but I did break a couple, or at least deal a decent chunk of damage to a couple of them. But no, it was not meant to be a huge threat here. So at least you could test out those fun little boxes of yours. Oh yeah, load the Locust with LRMs with fast can Thunders. You're gonna put little 5 points minefields everywhere, and people are not going to like you. That's one thing you can do. You are entirely right, Akiris.
Did you say the Fast C?
All right.
3
so,
large pulses, Bloodhound, and then that LRM 20.
All right. So I thank everybody for watching. We had a little bit of fun today at 2 games, basically. So I will see everybody later. I'm going to work on recording videos tomorrow, probably. And I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do more games or no more whatever, but I'm going to keep trying and keep doing Megamek games so people can watch things and learn how to play